Hi, my name's Jude of Jude Rankin Photography, and I'm involved this year in the fantastic Waterway Storymaking Festival, and I'm going to give you a quick guide on how to get a better photograph, albeit with a camera, mobile phone or even your tablet. The theme of this year's competition is then and now. Use your creative imagination on how you can show this in a photograph. The more imaginative the better. Any waterway can be used for this. Rivers, canals, lochs, harbours, shorelines and the coast, the list is endless, even your garden pond. You can include people in your photograph. It is up to you how you can involve them, but try and think of something of a little bit different which will make your photograph stand out in a crowd. A couple of things before I start my short guide. The closing date for the competition is the 31st of October 2020. You can submit 2 photographs, registering your entry on the festival website. Ensure your photographs are your own work. Title your work, and most importantly, your entries are to be in landscape format. All I will say is good luck, and I look forward to seeing your images. Here's the equipment I use on my regular trips down to Broadwater and Moira, Lurgan Park, Oxford Island or even Moira Domain. Which is the big white one there. I use mainly for far away and wildlife shots because normally they are more difficult to capture close up. And the smaller lens, which is a 24mm by 70mm, I use mainly for landscape photography, water landscape photography, as there is much more width in the shot. I have a Canon 5DSR digital camera, okay? So, there we are. Now, I'm just going to turn this around here, okay? And I'm just going to point you towards the dial on the left-hand side. So, we have a load of letters there. The ones that we are interested in most of all is the AV and the TV. Now, the A in the green at the bottom, that is the automatic settings, and basically it probably will say A on your cameras itself as well. That basically will work out all the settings for you. Now, you may not get such a glamorous shot, but you still will get a good shot. So if you want to try that, try it. The other two, to give your pictures more of an oomph, is the AV and the TV. The AV is more for landscapes, still life I suppose, portraits, that sort of thing. TV is for speed, if you want birds, animals running, people running, etc. So just give you a quick example, okay? So I'm going to switch on the camera, okay? Now as you will see, my settings are at TV 12500, okay? Now basically the shutter speed is 1/2500th of a second. Now that can be moved. Now I would use that probably for fast moving birds, things going very, very fast. Now I turn it down. Now you all have your own different buttons, okay? Turn it down. Now if I wanted to, say for instance, watch someone walking, I might turn it down to 160. If they're going a wee bit faster, or if they're running, I might just turn it up to 640. Now you'll notice on the right hand side here it's got ISO, okay? Now I really keep that auto. It lets the camera work out the ISO itself, which is basically all the light coming in. Keep it on auto. I would suggest you did, because it's one less thing that you have to worry about, okay? So now I have got the camera in AV. F10, okay, it's called f-stop, okay. See, it can go up and up and up, okay. That gives you the greater depth of field. It gives you a wider range for you to get a photograph in, and things will be more focused, okay. For a landscape picture, for instance, bring it right down to 5.6, and I would like photograph a tree, that sort of thing. Basically what I suggest is have a play, see what you think, and I would suggest that you just have a really good practice with it, but it really is worth it in the end, because these AV and TV will make the difference from a good picture to a great picture. So in photography we actually have what you would call the rule of thirds. Basically it's a grid of 9 squares, and the photograph is cut into 9 squares as such. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So here's an example for you of the rule of thirds. Basically, as I said, we break the photograph into 9 squares. Now you can see here I've printed a picture off the internet to give you an idea of what I mean, and you will actually see what I mean from looking at it. As you can see, the husky is on an intersection of the photograph just here, okay? Now that's creating interest, and it's automatically drawing your eye to that intersection, okay? The sky itself up here is along that line, which is on the horizon, and this is something else of interest. But you will also notice that in each of the squares there's something of interest, but primarily you are focused on the husky, okay? It does create a very interesting photograph. Try, if you can have a try, and maybe look at some photographs in books or anything, and see if you can actually see where they use the rule of thirds. So, good luck for your entries in this year's competition. I'm very much looking forward to seeing them in the Waterway Storymaking Festival, and good luck. Thanks very much. Bye.